Hello there. I'm Pam, founder of Coaches for Good, and today we are talking about mentoring, how mentoring fits within our program. And I have the lovely Jackie Lawrence with me, our lead mentor coach, and I thought it would be lovely if you got to meet her too. So, hi Jackie, how you doing?
Hello, Pam. Thank you. I am doing well, thanks. I am doing well. Thank you for having me here today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I just thought it would be lovely if you were able to say hello to anybody thinking of coming and joining us on the level one pilot program for our coach training. And I think there's often a lot of confusion around mentoring and where it fits. Everybody kind of knows, oh, I need to do mentoring. And if you are going down the portfolio route, that is like an extra thing that you have to have on top of the training hours and all the other bits, and then, of course, pay for separately. Within the level one, the mentoring hours are included in those 60 hours, and the cost is included in our price as well. So that's, I think, helps people understand the kind of structure. And so you tell us how many hours do you do, and why did you come and decide to work with us? I'm so pleased you did.
Oh, thank you, Pam. For me, a crucial thing in my coaching and just in life general is about making a difference. So, making a difference, but I know as coaches we often use that word. But for me, it's connecting the dots between saying making a difference and what that looks like in action. And I know, from seeing some of the things that you posted about, particularly around the type of people who have access to coaching, I've had experience of that in the sense that I've come across a lot of people who work with young people, who may work with offenders, who would love to do coaching, but not been able to. Affordability has been a huge thing for them.
Yeah.
And also having, worked alongside a lot of carers in the context of, well, my mum was supported about with a lot of carers and having worked alongside a lot of them, I know for them, they would definitely have benefited from coaching. They've spoken to me a lot about what I do in the past, but it's just not been a viable option for them. So it really does fit in, supporting the coaches at Coaching for Good in terms of mentoring really does fit in with my values around making a difference. And I do that with making a difference in other aspects. It can be working with people in ecology or around the environment. It's working with people who work in conflict zones. And this is just another element of making a difference to people who genuinely would love to do coaching. And I know from my experience with conversations I've had with people who work in these various, either it will be an organization, it could be a charity or not for profit, but they've just not been able to afford it themselves. And unfortunately, their organization cannot afford to sponsor them. So for me, it's that making a difference in their lives. I feel that feeds through to them.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you have come to work with us because it has been a real bonus for me to be able to deliver the live training and then literally, oh, hi, honey, to literally be able to hand over to you and say, this is Jackie, she's our mentor coach. This is the next step. And really that's all I've needed to do. And I can't tell you really, in my years in business, one of the things I should have done more of was to delegate. I've not always been good at it. And it has been an absolute eye opener for me to simply have someone who I can rely on, who just does the job and does it so well. The feedback we've had has literally been incredible for the group mentoring. And we do 7 hours, isn't it,
Right.
in
Yeah, 7 hours as a group, and then it's 10 hours altogether, broken up to 7 hours in group and 3 hours one to one, a minimum of 3 hours one to one. And that needs to be done over a period of 3 months. So it's 10 hours altogether. And yeah, supporting the groups have been great. There's been a great combination. A lot of them are coaches already, so they do have that experience. Or, as mentioned, they come from those sectors or working in those sectors, uh, which are quite tough in society, but needed, right? Very much needed. And then once they've done their group sessions, their 7 hours of group mentoring, we then move into the one-to-one mentoring phase. And that phase is the group phase is more about us working collectively on going through the core competencies of the ICF. So we go through the various 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the core competencies, talking about them. They get to do coaching practice. So it's very much a collaborative feel, getting to understand what's working for them, what their challenges are. But we do them from a group perspective, so the dynamics are different. And then we move into the one-to-one space where the mentoring is very much tailored to the individual. And yes, we look at honing their own personal skills in terms of making sure that they are aligned with the ICF competencies, but we also look at recording. So, how have they been doing in real life recording and giving them feedback around that, and then discussing their reflections and what they may need to work on going forward, but also taking time to celebrate their strengths, right? So, progress is all good no matter how long it may take them to get there. I often say, remind people as quickly as they may want to complete their course, their diploma, get there. Um, Coaching is a journey, right? And it can sometimes feel like a marathon. It's definitely not a sprint. You get there and you find your form on the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And you keep learning, you keep
Yep,
learning. Absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah.
Still learning after however many years it is, 23, 24. I don't know.
Mm.
It's a lot of years. And Jackie has kindly mentored me as well with my own preparation for my PCC. So, which has been a lovely way to get to know you from another perspective too. And yeah, you came highly recommended, and I can pass that recommendation on. And I am so very grateful to you for all of the hard work that you're doing. As I say, just being able to hand over is fantastic. That has been, I don't think we could have done it without you. So I'm so very grateful. And it's lovely that our values are so aligned as well around the what we're trying to do here, which, as you say, is to offer an affordable training so that people who are working in those industries like care work and charity work and who don't have a spare, what are we looking at really, £5,000 sitting in their savings, or even if they have, there's perhaps something else that they could be spending that on. And just they absolutely know that having those skills would enable them to do what they do far more effectively, whether that is youth work or social work or care work or one lady I was chatting to recently was the manager of a charity shop who manages a huge team of volunteers, which I can't begin to imagine, actually, many of whom have their own challenges. And she really felt like she would love to have coaching skills. And I think their salaries are about 25K. So
Mm.
it's like, you know, anyway, so we've done it. We've created the affordable training and we're moving towards our accreditation in the new year. And what has to happen, Jackie? Five of our trainees have to have done all of the things. And we're almost there, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah, they're progressing well. They're getting through it. They're developing themselves well. Well, yeah, we are almost there.
Yes, almost there, ready for the live performance evaluation, which is what it says it is, really. It's literally when you have a coach who is qualified to the level of being an assessor coach, sits in on a session, and our trainees work with each other for those sessions. and
Mm.
it's 30 minutes long, and the assessor coach is usually or always off camera, on mute, and with their
Yeah.
clipboard, ticking the
Those
boxes.
markers. Yeah.
Ticking the boxes. So that's the final piece of the journey, apart from our business growth development training, which comes right at the end. But yes, in terms of the coaching skills, that life performance evaluation is the last piece. And that's really your job. And my job is getting everybody ready to pass that performance evaluation.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And you can tell the trainee coaches, they're excited, right? So it's a coordinated effort. We do our bit, they do their bit. But yeah, that's the last bit in that hurdle, and then it's on to the examination phase. So, but first of all, we need to step by step. Let's just get them
Yes,
through that
step by
bit.
step. Absolutely. So I not sure where you're watching this video, whether it's come to you in an email or whether you've found it on YouTube. There will be a link in the description. We're running actually a free event in January, a workshop for anybody interested in joining us to come along and experience what it's actually like to do your coach training with Coaches for Good. So have a look at that, and I hope to meet some of you all in the future. Amazing. So thank you, Jackie. Thank you for coming in to chat about mentor coaching today.
Thank you, Pam. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, thank you.